Hey guys, Joe here doing another video. These may become a lot less frequent, unfortunately, due to the upcoming YouTube partner program termination program that they've decided to initiate. Basically, for those of you that don't know, and if you're a small-time creator like me, YouTube has decided that unless you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time over the course of the last year, that you no longer qualify for monetization. A lot of it has to do with reduced advertising by partners through YouTube because, a lot of major companies stopped advertising last year, so there's less money to push around. Also, because they are cracking down more on the bad channels, derogatory channels, cussing people, things like that. So they want to eliminate them before they get too big, is my assumption. It's BS for a channel like mine where it's just, I've been growing it slowly over 2 years. I had 10,800 hours of watch time last year, but they don't care because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So if they do decide, shut the hell up, train. If they do decide to demonetize all my videos, then I'm no longer incentivized to produce them as frequently because they, will no longer populate in suggested videos at all, which blows hard. But let's get back to the point of today's video. Two things. Number one, the $16 food challenge. I only ate bologna yesterday. I wasn't feeling good physically. My leg is swelling pretty bad. So today is all about rest and waxation. Except I have to go and mail off those two guys because they went absolutely ape crap in the last 2 minutes of bidding like I expected them to. In fact, here I'm going to show you as soon as the screen comes back. Yeah, paid. So it's not, oh, they haven't paid me yet. Paid $512.12 plus $18.85 for shipping, but it's not going to cost me that much because the guy lives in Delaware, so I'll probably get the shipping for half. So $520 for GTX 970s that I got for basically nothing. That's cool because that's going to allow me to go out and buy more stuff. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mr. Sergey. I think that's right pronunciation of his last name. But yeah, that's freaking awesome. That means that at least 970s and possibly 980 Ti's, if I can get those for a good enough deal, are going to be viable, sellable items on the eBays. And this does kind of lead me into what I talked about in one of my other videos, and I can't remember which one it was, but I'll link back to it eventually. And that is that I was worried that this was going to force me into just finding stuff to sell, and it kind of is, although finding stuff to sell is what led me to having another 5820 or another X99 platform. Pardon me, that was really bad. But it was a segue into this case, and I just wanted to show you why I've decided to go from that to that. Now, I got this case, the H100 240 millimeter cooler that you can kind of see the hoses up there, and that P7P 55D Evo board for 35 bucks a couple weeks ago, whenever Logan Paul screwed himself. And I sold the motherboard, which was thrown in for free. I sold the motherboard and got $85 for that. So I got paid $50 to take the case, the cooler, and the motherboard, basically. But I hated the side panel. The side panel, because of the bridge here, you can see you see how it cuts off there? Yeah. See how the bridge cuts off? They had a nasty looking acrylic plastic window in there, and it didn't look modern enough. So what I did was I took and removed the panel from my S340 Elite, which is tempered glass, and I drilled through the side panel and just simply mounted it to the side panel so that now it is attached that way. So, I mean, you have to admit that definitely modernizes the look of the case, makes it a lot nicer. And then when I put some LEDs in there, which I'm waiting on, it's going to brighten it up inside. So that'll be awesome. Let me take this side panel off and we'll look at how the board fits. So yeah, as you can see, it's not a bad looking case. It's just with that little acrylic side window, it didn't look right. So with the glass, it looks good because it makes that look glossier and makes everything look better. But as you can see, I have the X99 ATX board in there, and it does fit. It's a little bit tight. It covers the grommets there, but with all that room there, because it's completely open, you can just tuck your cables along the side here and even use the hard drive cage mounting holes as zip tie ports to hold down your cables. And I think it looks good because red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black. Whatever I do, I always seem to come back to a red and black build. So I think that's going to be my thing. You know, I do like ROG, and that's red, black. Although I do have a little bit of a gripe with this board, and that's the fact that when you put a card in, this LED light up thing, I don't even know if it's really cooling anything. It is a heatsink, but you can barely get in there to release this tab, which is annoying. At least for someone like me that changes hardware a lot. But yeah. So I still got to finish putting it together. That's because I'm waiting for some parts. But as soon as they show up, I'll get that set up. For now, I'm just watching the YouTubes on my phone and on my Asus Transformer tablet. So, yeah. Give me a second here. All right. Now, as to the video production schedule, since it's not going to be monetized, since I'm not going to be incentivized, since I'm not going to get hardly any views on the videos, I do feel that they are going to become less frequent, maybe 2 a week. I do apologize. I mean, the only way to compensate that is for you to tell all your friends, hey man, just subscribe to this guy. I don't care if you watch him or not. Just let's get his subscription count up so that he can stay, you know, relevant on YouTube and get by. Because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be Markiplier or Jay's 2 Cents or Linus Tech Tips. Obviously, I'm not. But, you know, I invested in a mic for my camera, and you know, a light box for in here to get some better lighting once it arrives, things like that. And now they're telling me that it was all for naught because they're just going to just kill it anyways. So let's start a campaign. Save Joe's channel. Save the Jiminy Show, which is what the last video was titled, but I don't care. I'm going to repeat it. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, get your friends subscribed, hack everybody's computer, subscribe them, and yeah. And hopefully this turns out well so that I can talk to you later.